We will call the meeting to order. Can I have roll call, please?
Shelley, Mahler,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, then we need approval of the meeting agenda. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? We need roll call on that one or just roll call?
Walling,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
Mahler,
Yes.
Andor.
Yes.
Okay, public hearing on proposed property tax levy for fiscal year 2027 budget. We'll open it up.
Oh,
Susie,
I
take it.
figured out a sheet with some printing on it, arrows highlighting. Kind of, maybe tells a little bit more of a story than just this kind of spreadsheet alone. So the first column, that shows the current year certified property tax. So the current year valuations, the current consolidated general fund, and the consolidated general fund, what if you remember is back in 2020, fiscal year 2024, they took our 810 levy, took our emergency fund, which was emergency fund levy, which was 27 cents per thousand, and then our community fund or community center levy, which was 13.5. So that was $8.50. So that was the beginning. That's where we started at. And then every year then it has decreased based on growth. So there was also a document that I provided. On the back of the memo document, they did a history that shows like how the growth table is, like if it's grow less than 2.75, it's not impacted, but it becomes your maximum. If you grow 2.75 to 3.99%, it reduces your revenue growth by 1%. If you grow by 4 to 6%, it reduces your growth by 2%, and if you grow 6% or higher, it reduces your revenue growth by 3%. So this current year, we had growth of 5.52%. So that was a limitation percentage too. So the max allowed for a combined general fund levy for this current year is 8.09. So that's basically, we started out like at 8.50. Now we're down to like 8.09. So we have to, back then, we also, when it started, we also had to do 2 public hearing notices. This first one we're having right now is a proposed property tax levy. So it shows, kind of got on track, but it shows the current year and the current property tax levy. So it's the valuation of $189,971,635. That combined or consolidated general fund of $1,568,343. So that's our levy rate, total levy rate of 17.9258. So then the next column, what they want you to show is the budget year, which is this year 27, but at the same combined general fund. And then that shows, like if you had your current levies at the same valuation, you would have a levy rate of 16.97. Of course, we can't do that because inflation and things increasing in debt service. So we have to increase our levy rate. So like liability insurance, of course, that increases. That increased from about 15,000. Our police and fire retirement increased by about 7,000. And I had to change around a little bit on our FICA and IFRS, but that did increase as well. And debt service, everything else. So anyway, we had to increase our property tax. Instead of collecting 3.4 million, now we're collecting 3.6 million. And at a rate of, actually it's a penny lower, from 17.92 to 17.91. So, but that still shows a percent change of 3.18 for the property owner based on evaluation. So that's what this hearing is about. It looks like it says a lot, but it really doesn't say a lot, but we were trying.
And this is one of the things that the League of Cities has been working with the legislature on, and I think it should be one of the items that is a much better document for not only us to understand around this table, but also people that get these in the mail as well. Because it's, I think every year I say that I have to look at this for 15 minutes just to understand what it's trying to tell us, so.
But on the back of I did a budget memo too, which I accidentally dated tomorrow instead of today. But on the back of that, I did a history of, the consolidated general fund levy, and then what our max levy rate is, like for fiscal year 24, which was the base year, and then this year 26, and then the current budget. So you can see it's decreased, like their taxable growth increased 3.84. So it increased 2%, then next year, last year, it increased 2.79, so it decreased 1%, and then this year it increased 5%, then it decreased. So we went from 850 to 8.33 to 8.25 to 8.3. That's on the back of that. That's the memo that I worked really hard.
Yes, you did.
Really all I have to say about the
Questions, comments?
the main budget. So we're gonna set the public hearing for the budget adoption at the meeting after this, and then we'll hold the public hearing for the budget adoption. And that'll be, we'll have more information there, like we can discuss the budget memo and we've got everything done in our budget. There has, and everything's in your system.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Just, on the bike and Ivers, how come that went up so much?
I changed them around because I included, hyper in the other employee benefits, and then I put it back to police. Put it back under, like that hyper instead of having, it comes out of the wash, but I put it back where it should be this year. I had it in,
You had it under.
Yeah, I had
other
it
employee
under-
benefits.
I had it under other employee benefits, and then I put it back under FICA, and so.
That's the big increase.
Not too bad with you. My head, but
Anything else, or do we?
We'll wait for Susie's math.
so current year, it's 128. It's like 1,285,000. This current year, it's 1,396,000. So it increases as people's wages. It's in line, it's just like, it looks like a big increase and a big decrease. Because of the way I.
Thank you.
Jim Caulfield, PrairieNews.com, 2124 Stella. I realize this question would be best directed to, our lawmakers at the State House, but could you just remind me what the rationale is? Taxable valuation increase, I guess I don't Why is that?
Depending on, and this. I assume Susie would be able to send this to James, but, the higher the growth of, our total valuation, the higher that percentage. It's a 1, 2, or 3% reduction of our percentage of growth. Just to try and ratchet back the spending of which we do. So basically just trying to reduce property tax levies through higher reductions the more you grow. Which growth also requires public services as we increase in population and commercial and industrial growth. I don't have a explanation for how that makes sense. Those are just the facts, I guess.
Well, and what accounts for increases in tax?
Just natural increases in assessed values, which are market based, as well as new growth. So a new home coming on, homes coming off tax abatement, new commercial construction, renovations, things like that, all account for that growth. So, I mean, there's some years that just are reassessments from Dallas County get us into that 3-4% range that then ratchets back what we are allowed to grow our budget by.
I'll send you that.
Miller was last year when the cutoff was 2.75 and we grew at 2.79 and had to take a whole percentage off because of 400ths of a percent. Or further discussion.
Other public questions? In person or online?
We'll close the public hearing. And we'll start the other meeting at 6 o'clock. It's posted at that, so we can't start early.